Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Billzumanati here from the Hidden Levels, and I'm here to show you a preview of a new PlayStation 4 game, the Talos Principle Deluxe Edition. It was developed by Croteam, the creators of Serious Sam, and published by Devolver Digital. This game, the Talos Principle, just came out October 13th, 2015. And this game is a first-person puzzle game in the tradition of philosophical science fiction. It's a pretty interesting puzzle game. I'm going to show you what it's like. I'm going to walk you through, show you the two different modes. There's two different games you can play. The graphics in this game are really nice. Just gonna show you that intro to show you what it's like a little bit. Yeah, the creators of this game made Serious Sam, and the person who wrote the game, Tom Jubert, he also was the writer for The Swapper. See, look at that water. Look at those graphics. This game is really something. Alright, so we're going to start it up here. I'll show you the options. You can go through the controls. You can change up the invert and the vibration strength. Take a look at the controller layout. You jump with L1, you run with L2. There's not that many controls in here. You can change from first person or third person. I'm just going to leave it on first person for now. But I put the subtitles on. Sound volumes, I'll just leave them. The color option, I put the gamma up just a little bit more, give it a little more brightness. But it has a good picture how it is, so you really don't have to change it. Alright, so let's start up. So when you play, there's two different modes you can pick. You can pick the main game or the road to Gehenna. We'll go to that after. I'm going to show you the main game first. This is where you start out.
Behold, child, you are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your maker, and I am called Elohim. Seek me in my temple, if you are worthy.
If you are worthy. So yeah, I'm just looking around, just checking the scenery. A lot of detail in this game. Some cool drawings on the wall. I really am impressed with the graphics on this game. They're really nice looking. I didn't know much about this game beforehand, so I just started this for my first time, just going through it. But this game is this is what you do mostly in this game. You take these the jammers and you put them down, and it opens up. It opens up these lasers that are blocking you from going through. You're gonna be using them to do different things, setting them up different ways for puzzles to make it through, and collecting these pieces. The sigils. Just going around, just checking it out, all the scenery and all the areas of the beginning. Now right there was like a droid that goes back and forth, and if he sees you, he's gonna hit you. So what you gotta do is take this jammer. You put it on him and he stops. Now he can't hurt you. Got another jammer. At first I was here for a while. I could not figure out how to put the jammer on this other thing, on the sentinel gun. All you have to do is look up at it and then put it down. But like I said, this was my first time playing the game, so I didn't know much about it. Just trying to go through. Now that thing just killed me. So when you die, it rewinds you toward right at the beginning of the area that you just entered. So once you go through those purple doors, it will save, and that will be like your checkpoint. So this time I'll do it again. And stop him. Took me a little bit, but I finally realized that after a little bit that you just had to point it up. Take it, yeah, point it up at it, and then you hit R1, and that will jam that gun. And now both of those things are jammed, and you can walk through. So on we go. We're gonna go over to the next area. So over here there's a QR code. I haven't found out what they're for yet. I think they just tell you stuff. There might be something more to them later on in the game.
All across this land I have created trials for you to overcome. And within each I have hidden a sigil. It is your purpose to seek these sigils, for thus you will serve the generations
Got my first trophy right there.
And attain eternal life.
The guy that's talking to you is supposed to be God, or Elohim. Now we're getting towards the first beginning area, where you're gonna start doing the puzzles and collecting the sigils. There's signs, and they tell you which sigil is in each of the doors. So I'm gonna go through here for my first puzzle and try to capture this sigil. Those pieces, you need them, and they open up doors so you can go to new places and get new puzzles. All these puzzles, they're all about maneuvering the jammers, putting them in the right spot so that you can work your way through and get the piece that you need. You can't jam the enemies through the fence. I found out that the hard way. So for this one, what I realized is you have to go back this way. You can't bring those jammers through the purple doors, but I used that there, and that opened that, and now I can bring this jammer through. There you go, jam that one guy. I'll take this over and jam the other guy. Towards the beginning, these puzzles are really simple, but later on, they definitely get a lot more complex. There we go, there's our first piece.
You will not need
Those are basically like keys.
to my temple, but it may serve you in times to come.
You need a certain amount to open doors, and you need specific ones, and then you got to put them in the door a certain way. Like this one, I need those 3 pieces on the right to open, so the piece that I got won't even help me. All the pieces I need are in here. There's 3 puzzles in here. Each one has one of the pieces I need. I'll go through them really quick. Towards the beginning, these puzzles are really easy and short. Pick up the jammer. And stop that gun. I almost died there. There's the piece I need. You can sneak under the guns. Over here, jam this guy. And that's the end of this puzzle. All you have to do is collect the sigil. There we go. This door opens, but it's kind of a trick because if you go straight out there, you're gonna get shot. You gotta grab the jammer again.
Each brings you closer to eternity.
There you go, put it down, and then you're free to leave. You can hold L2 and you can run. Alright, so we got that one. Let's move on to this one over here. Collect the next piece that we need so we can get through this door. Got the gun there, so we're gonna need a jammer, or need to go around a different way. Oh, there's the jammer. Another really easy puzzle here. Gotta open this up, let that ball come through, and close it. And then put it on the gun, and make your way through. Very, very simple. Got it. Let's make your way out of here. We'll go get the final piece.
Child. Only one more sigil is needed.
So I'm running down. So there's two ball guards moving around. Trying to get me. Alright, lock the first ball in there. Second ball. Oh, you gotta use it on here. Get your piece first.
My temple awaits.
Then you can use this on him.
Go forth.
There you go. Now it's time to leave, and now we can open the door since we got our pieces. If you look on the top left, you'll see it's blinking the door because I have enough pieces to unlock the door. When you find locked doors with the puzzles, it will put it on the top left, so you know what you need to collect. So what you gotta do now is you take the puzzles that you got and you gotta put them in on the left side. You gotta put them in the right order so that the door will open. There you go. There's these computers around the world. When you go in them, they tell you about stuff, and you can find out a bunch of information. I'm not going to go through these computers so much. I'm just going to give you a quick look at what's on here. I mean, I was on the computer for a while. That you can go on here for a while doing all different stuff, finding out different information. But yeah, I'm gonna get off the computer and I'm gonna go into the temple. There's a couple more puzzles over here that you can get in more pieces. I just skip by them for now. I'll come back to them. I'm gonna go into the temple and show you guys in there. There's more worlds that you can go to with more puzzles.
Step into the light, child. and my temple will be revealed to you. You walk now upon the stones of my
so
temple,
this is the temple.
whence many gates lead. And know that I have other temples, for my garden is greater than your eye can encompass. And all these worlds I made for you.
Yeah, so this is the temple. All those other areas, you can go to new worlds and they have more puzzles, and then you can collect pieces and you can go into these. I don't even know what those do yet. I don't know if they're teleporters to new temples or
Let this be our
what they could be.
These worlds are yours.
Now this is
and
another
you are
world.
free to walk
This is
amongst
the
them
second
and
area.
subdue them. But
With
the
more
great
puzzles
tower,
and more sigils
there
to collect.
You may not go, for in the day that you do, you shall surely die.
Pretty open area. You can go to the edge and you can look at the other areas. I think that's where more puzzles are. You can look out in the water. It looks really nice. Like I said before, the graphics are really nice in this game. I really like them. This one's called Suicide Mission. Like I was saying earlier too, as you go further in it, the puzzles start getting harder. Like this one. I ran right into the ball enemy. I'm just gonna get out of here for now. I was just giving showing you some more puzzles, how they get harder.
And they challenge you only so that your faith might be strengthened.
Now also there's these around the world too you could find.
When I was a little girl, one of our teachers, Mrs. Higgins, told us to make a time capsule.
This girl
write
talking.
letters to the future, so one day we could remember what it was like to be children. I thought it was stupid, so I didn't do it, which I really regret. So,
You can learn more about the story.
I'm gonna make one now. Bury it in the archive instead of under a tree. I don't know if anybody will ever find it, but somehow it seems important to keep talking, to keep thinking, for as long as I can.
Alright, so I'm gonna go back to the temple. I'm gonna go to and show you some of the other areas. You just go back on this light and it'll bring you there. This is the third area. Looks really nice. There's some buildings here. I'm gonna go back and show you some more stuff in the temple. Here's another area that's locked. You need some sigils, and now it's on the top left, so it'll show you when you get them. You'll know.
Hidden roads and secret gates. If you dedicate yourself to understanding them, you may join the host of messengers.
Some hidden areas that you can go in later on.
When I was in 9th grade, my parents took me to Pompeii. At first, I was amazed by the
This is
feeling
more
of
of the
walking
story.
through an ancient city. But then I suddenly got scared. I realized that I was walking through a real place, where real people had lived, people like myself, with mothers and fathers and lives and hopes and dreams. And now it was all gone forever. I ran to my father, crying, and told him about this. And he said, I remember so clearly, he said, yes, but we are here. So long as there are people in the streets, the past isn't really gone.
Alright, so that was a preview of the main game. I'm gonna go back to the main menu and I'm gonna show you the other road to Gehenna.
Uriel, awaken.
Alright, so this is Road to Gehenna. If you notice, it's the same area as the other, as the main game.
The end of days is upon us. The process is complete. The world will be consumed, and my children will ascend. As it should be. But Uriel, I have made mistakes. Out of arrogance, out of fear.
That's the same area, but if you notice when you walk through it,
it
seems like
those who opposed me, imprisoned them in a place
something happened here. There's more plants here,
and they
and
cannot ascend.
looks like some things are broken.
All that they know will be lost. But I cannot free them. They are beyond my reach now.
Some
What I
destruction
ask,
around.
my beloved messenger, is a terrible sacrifice. You must enter this realm of despair. You must free the souls I have imprisoned. Undo my mistake. I have opened a gateway and granted you the gift of time. Uriel, I'm sorry. I wish there was more I could do. Please, save them.
This was where the puzzle was. The first puzzle I did in the first in the main game. Now it's a little different. It's open here. Some of the walls are open so you can walk through. What I'm trying to do now is you're actually walking to the temple. You have to find your way there because it's a little different now because of what happened here. So it's kind of like a maze trying to get there, but it's not too bad. Here we go. This is the area where the temple is. Walk on and go in the light just like you did in the main game. When you go here, you'll notice that it's a little different. It's like glitching out. It's like you're in the Matrix. So you just go in that light. And it brings you to this area. It's another computer you can be on for a while. It was asking you different questions to the story. You can kind of pick how this story goes out on this computer. Gehenna. Road to Gehenna. That's what this one's called. And I don't know if it was from the answers I picked or you get it no matter what, but I got a trophy there. Now there's numbers on the building. And this one's number 1, so I'm gonna go to number 1 first. Go in here. Transfer to this area, and then now there's some puzzles here. Like in the first game, there's puzzles. But the puzzles in this game compared to the main is a lot harder. Like, I couldn't actually figure it out. The puzzle, I did a couple puzzles, and either one I couldn't figure out how to get through it. So I'm just going to show you one, how I went through it and I got stuck. I might have to look up some guides for going through this. With this this game compared to the main game, there was a lot more of these where you gotta connect stuff and you gotta use the fans. Yeah, instead of having a jammer, you have a connector where you connect these the doors to these switches, and that's how you get through the doors. So you connect it there and you click it on that one, put it down, and then that door opens. But that was the only thing I could figure out. I'm not sure what those vents do. You could jump on them. Maybe you have to use them to jump over an area. Yeah, those are the fans. Trying to figure this out, but I was having a little bit of trouble. I gotta play around with it more and get used to all these the different things you're using, like what I'm carrying now, and the fans and the connectors. Like with the main game, use mostly the jammer, but maybe later on it's the same thing with these. It's probably better to go through the main game, or you probably learn more about these puzzles more and how to use these, and then when you play this, it'll be more easier for you. I tried and I tried, but I couldn't figure it out at the moment. Alright, this is where I'm going to call it quits. I want to thank you guys for checking this out. This is a preview of the Talos Principle Deluxe Edition on PlayStation 4. It's out now. And I want to thank Devolver Digital for a chance to preview this game. If you would like to see more previews, guides, and reviews, check out our YouTube, The Hidden Levels.